For some people, it's the lack of teaching people. For others, clergy that express themselves in their beliefs without demanding anything. And for others, a welcoming, open group of people. It's pretty awesome coming to church and leaving with whatever feelings you want, with no blasphemy or damnation to worry about in the long run. Sorry, kids. After a little while of being Unitarian, you get the feeling that there's something more. The thing that separates us from the casual non-religious person, the heretic, is that we have a community and direction. We think, often, really hard about believing. Nowadays, people who think are a big deal. We're not UUs because we just wander through our days without religion, but we actively pursue knowledge, answers, and reason. Unitarian Universalism is a very active faith. When we're not exploring our own faith, we're out doing work for social justice, our favorite buzzword, aiding an alien planet, and getting our political needs heard. We get out there and do something, because we know that with great power comes great responsibility, and we owe something to the earth and to all the people on it. So we're pretty special if you think about it. But you came here to hear about the youth of the church. I definitely can't speak for all of us, because we're as diverse as all you guys. It's our parents out there. Some of us are born into the faith, like Katie, who I'm pretty sure was coming here in her mother's womb. Others, like Anise and Sierra, joined later, but are still amazing additions to our church. We're all looking for our own private religion, something we believe in. I don't think we really go out of our way to spiritually stimulate ourselves. We have a bedload of homework, friends, tests, sports, project, and social networking that take up the vast majority of our time. But if we do have time for a meaningful spiritual experience, then we're not going to turn it down. My religious upbringing was weird. At least I think it was. It's my life, so it's what I'm used to, I guess, but I don't think it was the norm. Through a combination of Wikipedia, a love of libraries, and a dangerous thirst for knowledge, I know more biblical trivia and Bible errata than even a dedicated fan of the Da Vinci Code. I noticed scattering about most religions, enough to cringe when watching a presentation done by another student in which both Muhammad and Confucius were listed as gods of their respective faiths. Yeah, right. My parents never really encouraged or discouraged any sort of organized religion. We celebrated Christmas at my grandparents' house, Easter at my other grandparents' house, but without any sort of religious intent. Family and chocolate were all being raised together. I went to the GCC for preschool, where I learned Hebrew blessings and that I never wanted to go sure. The year after, I went to the only school in Slovenia that offered a full-day kindergarten, St. Francis, back before it was the Slovenia Franciscan Academy. I walked through the details with the light, and my parents told me that I wanted to name my little brother Jesus. You got really lucky, Carson. I wasn't very persuasive. I then went to public school for 2 years, before returning to St. Francis in 3rd grade, then went back to public school again. Around the 3rd or 4th grade, I toyed with the idea of not believing in God, or rather, believing in more than one. Kind of. I mean, how could one guy do it all? I pictured him with this massive black and chrome control room, simultaneously watching screens with every single person in the whole world on them. This most definitely didn't sound possible. But I also really didn't want to go to hell, and this was a major problem for me. I think I developed a sort of vague system where there were a bunch of different angels who all controlled like the different aspect of nature, so there was like the water angel, kind of like Greek gods. As years went on, my polytheism faded, but I studied pagan religions and earth-centered traditions with growing enthusiasm. My family began attending pagan holidays with a group called Spirit Weavers. And while we enjoyed solstice parties, we wanted a community that was a little more scholarly and put more work into helping the environment and other people. My dad says he joined this church because he was supremely depressed about the election in 2004. That really is why we came here. He needed a liberal environment and found this church where he finds out most things. He Googled it. I remember my first awkward day, squirming as I did in my Methodist Sunday school classes I had attended around Christmas. We kept attending this one though, Sunday after Sunday, something that baffled me at the time. After a while though, I really began to enjoy coming. The people here are just awesome. You guys are fun-loving, but dedicated individuals, with so much heart I can't even fathom. We're casual, but they come as you are too, but intensely motivated. We accept everything but intolerance, and we strive to make all people equal. The youth embody the same spirit of the church that we see every day. Sure, we may spend too much time on Facebook while listening to our iPods, while talking on the phone, while doing homework. But we're thinking too, don't forget it. We care about the world around us, and I the senior high, I'm amazed at just how awesome everyone is. We all have our own unique talents, but we all encourage each other, directing our energy outward toward our community. Unitarian is so amazing, just imagine the kids. I think we're really blessed to grow up surrounded by such a group of loving, diverse individuals. We are the kids of America, the next generation, the future. I do not believe we're going to give up our shot to change the world, and I think some of us are already headed in that direction. Living in the 21st century is going to be tough. It has been tough, but we can make it. If we can survive multitasking and studying for exams, then we'll go to college, we'll get somewhere. UUism is sort of a springboard to free thought. Without free thought, free exchange of ideas, there's no progress. Growing up in a community like this, one that encourages expression and deeds, how could we not do something great? How could we not change the world?